Hi guys, I am going to do a card reading with some messages from the Divine Masculine. For this week, we are at the end of November. We are approaching the holidays, whether you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah. And then we also have New Year's coming up. Yeah, so this year has been pretty intense, I would say. I think what we're entering is like the new era, where I feel like 2024 is definitely going to be a year of big breakthroughs in terms of twin flames and twin flame unions coming together. It's like already happening, but I feel like it's going to happen in like a bigger way. So yeah, let's just see what is up with the Divine Masculine, and let's get some healing done over here so that we can attract our men, our Divine Masculines, more deeply. So, okay, so the first card is Sensitivity. It's a very beautiful card. Yeah, I think what this card is just like embrace the fact that you are very sensitive. A lot of people on this journey are actually hypersensitive. I myself am hypersensitive, which means that I'm super sensitive. Everything that I feel is really deep and intense, the good and the bad, right? So it's not like a negative thing. It's actually really, really cool that you're able to feel everything so deeply and so vividly. I feel like it can really be a gift if you know how to use it correctly. If you don't give too much power to your feelings, especially the negative ones, and you just sort of embrace that you're sensitive, that you're a sensitive being and that you feel everything really deeply, this is, enables you to not only feel the negative stuff and heal it, but also you're able to really enjoy all these positive feelings in a really big way. It's kind of like you can't really enjoy the positive feelings if you're not willing to go into the negative feelings as well. So what this card is saying is, your Divine Masculine, he's a very sensitive person. And a lot of times we don't see that, we don't feel that, because the Divine Masculine sort of puts up a wall or like puts up a front of like, I don't cry, I'm not weak, like I'm a strong man. But deep down, he's like, he's like butter, like inside, he's very, very sensitive. He feels you, he feels everything that you're going through. Like he feels the journey just as much as you do, even though it doesn't seem like it on the outside sometimes. So he really wants you to know that he feels you, like he can feel you within himself, because you're one, right? And so to not be afraid of your feelings, but rather embrace them. And this will allow you to really heal more deeply when you embrace that you also have negative feelings and they just come up to be released, and you can love yourself there. Using the mirror exercise, if anyone wants to learn more about that, you can hit me up on my website or reach out to my email, which I will link below. So yes, embrace your sensitivity. It is not a harmful thing. It is actually a gift, and if you learn how to use it correctly, it can be a very, very, very positive thing. Cool. So the next card, Get Clear. Yeah. So the Divine Masculine is getting clear as we speak in terms of, what are his values? What does he desire in life? What does he desire in his Divine Feminine, in his union, in his finances? He's like sitting down and really getting clear on all of that. And this is a perfect time for you to do the same. A lot of times we think we know what we want, but we don't actually feel connected to the true desires in our heart. For example, we may think that like we really want to travel the world and like go to parties and festivals, but then like as we get clear deep down, it's like, no, actually, like I really just desire like stability and like peace, and I just want to like get a home in the woods with my twin flame and, you know, and like create a family and just have like a peaceful life. Like I personally used to really want to like be out and about, and now I'm just sort of like, no, like I really enjoy being home. I love my house. I love just like working from home. I love being home. I love traveling as well, but it's not like a core value for me at this time. So yeah, your divine masculine is getting clear on all of his desires. A good thing to do is to make a love list. If you guys haven't done that yet, please do that. It is explained in Jeff and Shalia's book, Twin Flames, Finding Your Ultimate Lover. It is basically a list that you write, and you just literally write out all of the core values that you desire in your partner. So like, for example, I want my partner to desire kids. I want my partner to care about, you know, humanity. I want my partner to be spiritual and do inner work with me. Things like that. We don't want to like start writing down, my partner needs to have blonde hair and blue eyes. That's not like a value. And that's a little controlling, right? Because like your twin flame is the person God created you to be with, and it's not about the external, it's about the internal. So although you will feel deeply attracted to your true twin flame, but it's more about getting clear on your values, the inner deep core values that you find very, very important. And they're sort of deal breakers. So if you make the love list and like you start dating someone and this person is like, well, I don't want to have kids. And you're like, well, I do. And there's no budging there. Like the person is just like 100% clear that that's not what this person wants. That could be a sign of a false twin flame, right? So you got to get clear on your values, get clear on what you want. This is how you manifest. When you, first of all, you have to know what you want in order to ask God, ask the universe, and then you receive it. It's very simple. Cool. So our next card is we have two cards. So we have, the first one is compassion. Yeah. So your divine masculine is learning how to have like a deep compassion for himself, towards himself. A lot of times the divine masculine can be very strict or like hard on himself because there's like so many expectations that he puts on himself because that's how he was like wired as a child, right? Like you have to get married, you have to succeed financially, you have to get like a stable job, you have to do this, you have to do that in order to like be like a proper man. And what he's learning is that like his life path is like is a little different from the rest. And a lot of times this brings up feelings of, am I doing something wrong? Am I not manly enough? Am I not successful enough? Like in terms of how society measures success. And like he knows deep down that that's not true. And he knows that he's like probably more happy than most men that are not on this journey because like he's actually staying true to himself and what feels good for him. Like for example, my twin flame, you know, he works really hard, but he doesn't work to the point where he like burns himself out. And as opposed to that, like my father like would burn himself out, right? And my father was successful, like he did become successful financially, but he burned himself out so much that like at the age of 40, he already was like, I'm tired, like I'm done, you know? And like my twin flame is like just getting started and he's like 39. And a lot of times like he'll say like, well, I'm gonna like take 2 hours off. Like I'm gonna cut my work day like by 2 hours because I don't want to burn myself out. And that could mean maybe making a little bit less money. Yes. But like he says, and he's very like open about it, that he doesn't want to burn out in like 10 years. Like he wants to have the energy and the physical ability to like keep working for the rest of his life. Right. So a lot of times it's about, you know, having compassion for ourselves, and he's learning to have that compassion for himself. And it's very challenging because like his brothers, his father, like everyone around him is like working, burning themselves out. And he has to be that like one person who's like, well, I don't choose that. Right. And it can be challenging to like do the thing that no one else is doing. And it can make you question, like, am I on the right path? Am I doing things correctly? So yeah, so he's just having compassion for himself at this time, and he's learning how to love himself unconditionally and just accept that he may be different from the rest and that that's okay. The next card is progress. And yeah, so your divine masculine like sees how you're literally like becoming a butterfly. Like you were this caterpillar and now like you're spreading your wings and like becoming the butterfly that you are. And he's just kind of like observing, whether you know him or not, like he can feel you in his heart, he can see you in his imagination. And maybe some of you do know your twin flames. So yeah, he's noticing like the energy of a butterfly, of like a woman who is just completely free in terms of loving herself and feeling strong, feeling free, feeling like she can do anything, she can receive all of the abundance and all of the love that she deserves from God. And she's like really stepping into her divine self. So he's like in awe of that. He's like, wow, like she's so powerful, she's so cool, she's so strong, she's so beautiful, she's so like feminine and sexy, and like he's just in awe of that. He's like really observing that and feeling that, and that's like very deeply attractive to him. It magnetizes him a lot. So just keep doing that, keep grounding into the truth of like you are a butterfly, like you are a princess, and like it's safe to accept that, it's safe to feel that, it's safe to embody that feeling of like, I'm a butterfly, I'm a princess, I'm a queen, you know. And it's not arrogant to do so, and it's not from a place of like I'm better than everyone else or like I'm better than her. It's like, no, like I'm a princess, you're a princess, we're all princesses, and we all have our own twin flames, we all have our own journeys, and we're all like really unique. But yeah, like just owning that princess energy is really prominent right now, and it's like you're being asked to really step into that place, and your divine masculine loves that. So do that, keep going. Cool. All right, so the last card for today is nurture. Yes, so this woman is nurturing herself by the water. She's just like in nature. She's completely connected to nature. Like literally in this photo, she's like literally glued or connected like into the nature. So yeah, like it's safe to nurture yourself. I think a lot of the times we as the divine feminine sort of like forget what it means to be divine feminine. We, you know, with the whole feminist movement, it's like, well, we're also meant to work and like we can do everything that men do. But like a lot of times it's like, well, we have to honor like what we truly feel and truly desire. And every divine feminine has her own way to express that. Like there's no like right way to be a divine feminine, you know, like some divine feminines are like soccer players and other divine feminines are, you know, like hairstylists. Like it doesn't matter what you do, it just matters that like you're honoring your divine feminine energy and who you authentically are. So when you nurture yourself means like you give to yourself, right? And so your divine masculine is like telling you like it's safe to give to yourself and really fill yourself up. Whether it's, you know, just like today, like I like straightened my hair, I did my makeup, like I just like nurtured myself. I cooked, I cleaned, I'm also working, like I'm doing it all, right? It doesn't have to be like or this or that. It like you don't have to like be either like a career woman or like a housewife. You can be both. And like that's what I'm currently embracing, is that like I can do both. Like I genuinely like desire to do both. I genuinely love to do both. Like of course in the future I would love to have some help around the house, like, you know, like a cleaner and like whatever, but like for now it's like I genuinely love having that balance in my day of like I care for my home, I care for my food, I care for my cats, I care for my twin flame, while simultaneously running my own business and feeling like, damn, like I'm a queen, like I'm fucking doing all of this, right? It's cool. And every divine feminine is going to have her own journey and her own way of doing things, and there's no like one right way to do it, but just like get clear and get honest with yourself. Like, how do you feel nurtured, right? How do you nurture yourself? And your divine masculine is deeply attracted to you when you put yourself first, when you nurture yourself, when you stop focusing on him and like obsessing over him and like trying to get all the love and attention from him, but rather give all of that love, attention, and care to yourself. And you can do this in a multiple of ways, right? You can fill yourself up by doing the mirror exercise, by loving yourself, by doing spiritual work. You can fill yourself up by taking a walk in nature. You can take a bath with like candles. You can light some incense or sage. You can open up some cards. You can go to coffee with a friend. That can also be filling yourself up. You can go shopping. There are so many ways to fill yourself up and nurture yourself. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself, because your divine masculine is very attracted to that. Wow, so I really loved this reading. It was very like gentle and light and loving, and it's just all about these, you know, just you're being asked to just like give to yourself and like fill yourself up, nurture, love yourself, be the princess that you are, be the queen that you are. And your divine masculine will feel that and will see that and will quickly want to come over, because he's the bee and you're the honey. And so when you feel like sweet like honey to him, he's just like gonna come. Like, it's just gonna happen, you know? And there's no doubt about that. So don't fret, don't worry, he's on his way. Just keep doing you, keep loving yourself, keep feeling good. That's really, really important. And just trust the process. Trust that God is moving the mountain for you. All right. So please like this video if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. All of my information to book an introductory session with me is below, so feel free to reach out, and I will see you soon.